Shiv with you over here in the lounge, joined by Tom and Chris from Editors.
Hello.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come over today, guys.
You're welcome.
We're going to have a very special acoustic performance here, and we'll talk to the guys in just a minute, but they're going to get started with the track that is their latest UK single off of the album The Back Room. This is All Sparks.
Okay.
We're live in the lounge.
Oh, that was literally 10 seconds you found that out when we decided that set list.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on it. We've got the Editors live in the lounge at WOXY.com.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're answering questions that have not yet been asked. All sparks will burn out in the end. You burn like a bouncing cigarette on the road. All sparks will burn out in the end. All sparks will burn out. All sparks will burn out. All sparks will burn out in the end. You're casting opinions at people who need them. All sparks will burn out in the end. Well, be careful, angel. This life is just too long. All sparks will burn out in the end. All sparks will burn out. All sparks will burn out. All sparks will burn out in the end. Next one?
Yes.
Okay, this is called Bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4. If something has to change, then it always does. If something has to change, then it always does. You don't need this disease, not right now. No, you don't need this disease, right now. Oh, you don't need this disease, 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 you don't need this disease. If something has to give, then it always will. Well, if something has to give, then it always will. You don't need this disease, not right now. No, you don't need this disease, not right now. No, not right now. You don't need this disease, 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 you don't. Would you fall down? Would you fall? Would you fall? Would you fall down? Would you fall down? Oh, you don't need this disease, 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 you don't won't fall down.
We're live in the lounge with editors here at WOXY.com. That sounded great, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
2 tracks there off of the debut album, The Back Room. Bullets there. Was that was the very first single you guys released?
We've got a habit of releasing a single twice, but that was the first single, limited edition. The first thing I ever put out. Yeah.
I saw that looking that up lately that people are selling those for a pretty obscene amount of money these days.
There was a guy there yesterday who had 3 copies of it, and I've only got 1.
Yeah, welcome to America.
Yeah. Exactly, it wasn't even released there. So how he got his hands on his copy, I don't know. One of them was a promo as well.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable, hey?
That people don't mess around.
No. It is amazing when we come, so far away from home, and these shows that we've been doing, and there's people that are so fanatical about it so early on. Our album's only been out 2 weeks here, and there are people requesting B-sides and singing songs to songs, singing songs to the B-sides that we're playing and stuff, and it's pretty mad.
That's fantastic, though. We actually we got a hold of the limited edition version of the album last summer.
Okay.
And started playing not only most of the tracks off of the record, but then a couple of the tunes on the bonus disc as well. So our audience is very, very familiar with you guys now.
Good. Yes.
And how is that? Now that your record is just such a short period of time that it's been out here in the States, and so you've been living with these songs now for a while. Is it still exciting to get out there and be playing these songs? And are you looking ahead to the future already, or are you just kind of trying to get through this promotional part?
I think it's a bit of all of that, really. I mean, yes, we've been playing the songs for a while, and they are they're old songs to us. But when you're on stage, that breathes life into them. Every time you're in front of a new audience, and there's a freshness, and that you can't. Like, the songs may get older, but that still remains the same. So performing them is a different thing. But we are looking to the next record as well, aren't we? So.
Last night was crazy. It was like a really kind of nuts night. Kind of reminded us of reminded me of sort of when we first started. First couple of tours, that kind of euphoric intensity.
Where were you guys at last night?
Detroit.
Motor City.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Luckily, our bus was parked right outside the venue. So.
Didn't get chased down.
A few times. Yeah, there was a guy that was he had drumsticks poking out of his hat. He was a homeless guy.
Oh.
There was a guy playing
Brought him on stage.
like bins, literally for like 4 hours non-stop outside, like with drumsticks as well.
He was wearing a
It could've been
helmet,
the same
wasn't
guy. Was it the same guy? I don't know.
That was in Columbus. He had
No, last night.
Oh, again.
Definitely last night. Yeah.
There was a guy. There's a guy he was banging a bucket, I think, an inverted bucket, and he was wearing a cycling helmet.
There's that Doves record where it sounds a bit like they're playing kind of buckets and
Yeah.
stuff. Maybe he's a member of Doves.
It was Jimmy from Doves. He just had a shave.
There goes the fear. Yeah,
Yeah.
bring him. And when you need some extra musicians, you can
Get Jimmy
hook
from
up with
Doves.
them. You guys are out now with Stella Star, and our friends Mobius Band are doing these
Mobius
dates
is
too,
fantastic.
right?
Great
Yeah.
band.
How's it been going?
Great.
It's great, yeah.
You still
We took
have
them out
an
for dinner yesterday.
awful lot to go around here. I mean, it's still pretty. Are we like?
Yeah, I mean, we go up
halfway
to
through?
we're probably a bit more than halfway now. I mean, we
Okay.
started at South by Southwest, which wasn't technically
Right.
with Stella Star. We did a few gigs there, which was an experience.
You guys played a lot while you were there, didn't you?
Well, some things we cut short and some things didn't happen, but we did play a lot. We were. People keep referring to us as the buzz band of. I don't know what that means, but it means there was big queues outside the show of people that couldn't get in, basically. So it's a nice story.
That's how you want it.
Yeah, I suppose. But
Leave them wanting more.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, so we're about, I think 2/3 through the tour. We go up to Coachella, the Madonna Festival, and then and then go home for a bit.
Nobody's going to be able to fit in that tent and see her. That's going to be.
Yeah.
They're going to come see you. They're
Yeah,
gonna come
Madonna.
watch you.
Yeah, she's singing backing vocals.
I'd missed my gig to go and see Madonna.
Fair enough. So you're winding through, headed to Coachella. Then you got some gigs in Japan in mid-May, and then headed back to Europe. And that part of the tour is going to include 3 sold-out nights at Brixton Academy. Excited about that?
Yeah, man.
That's going to be good, isn't it?
Are those some of the biggest shows that you've done?
Yeah, Brixton. When you're a kid, that's always kind of like you
pinnacle.
play Brixton Academy. It's like it's not as big as say Wembley Arena or anything like that, but it's got more mystique, and it's only kind of class bands that play it. So I don't know what the hell we're going to do there.
It's
we'll
weird.
see.
We put one on sale, that sold out. So we did another one, that sold out, and then there's 3 sold out nights at Brixton Academy, which is 15,000 people.
It was starting to become a joke. It was like, do you want to do a
insane.
4th one? It's like, it's just like that was just a bit,
Who's going to support you for those shows?
We've got a good little bill actually. Across the nights, we've got the National.
Yeah.
Biffy Clyro,
Biffy Clyro,
okay.
Constantines.
Ford Russia from Leeds, amazing band.
We
Howling Bells from Australia, who are
That's
incredible
fantastic
too.
lineup.
They're not all on the same. There's not like a 7-band bill.
Yeah.
This is throughout the 3 days.
Yeah.
Other than that, if you keep expanding, you keep adding nights to it, maybe
We'll
you can
see.
do that.
Yeah. So I think we'll keep ourselves entertained with the sport bands, even if we get bored of our own sets,
Yeah.
because they'll be different every night. I don't mean that, of course. It's going to be brilliant. Yeah.
It will definitely
It's
be
an amazing
be
place.
brilliant. Well, if you are listening to us here in the tri-state area tonight, they are live over at the Mad Hatter in Covington, along with Stella Star and Mobius Band. And then wherever else you're listening in the country or the world, you can just check out their website, editorsofficial.com, for all of the tour dates and information.
Mm-hmm.
And I see you guys are going to do one more song, something special, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, we probably half the reason we've been playing these songs for so long, we've started to do a couple of covers to keep ourselves entertained. But we're kind of writing the next record in our heads as well. So why have I started talking about that? I don't know.
We
What
should
the
start playing
relevance-
some new
No,
songs.
go
relevance
on.
of that is.
We can on a side.
Yeah, you can't really play the new songs yet, can you? So, and this song is called Road to Nowhere, which is hopefully not what we're on, but sung with irony, I guess. Okay.
Fantastic. We have been live in the lounge with Tom and Chris from Editors here at WOXY.com. As I mentioned, tonight you can catch them at the Mad Hatter over in Covington, tomorrow at the Blue Note in Columbia, Missouri, and the Metro in Chicago on Sunday evening. The rest of the dates are found at editorsofficial.com. Thanks again so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
And and the album, The Back Room, out now from our friends at the Fader label.
Mm.